On January 6, 2021, the world saw one of the darkest days in American history, as thousands of people, inflamed by lies about a stolen election, stormed the U.S. Capitol, smashing windows, pushing past barricades, and forcing lawmakers into hiding, all while the very foundation of democracy trembled. In the days and weeks that followed, the question was never just about the mob, but about who had fueled the anger, who had manipulated the truth, and who had tried to spin chaos into political theater. And one name that repeatedly surfaced in the halls of Congress was Pam Bondi, once a key Trump ally and legal defender, who walked into hearings with confidence, but found herself unraveling when confronted by cold, undeniable facts, because her strategy had always been to distract, to deflect, and to reframe reality into something that served her narrative. She painted Washington, D.C. as a city overrun with crime, trying to make Americans forget the images of broken doors, panicked police, and a president watching silently as the Capitol was attacked. But when senators like Patty Murray pressed her on accountability, her voice cracked, her logic collapsed, and suddenly the mask of confidence slipped into visible frustration, even desperation, because it was impossible to deny what millions had seen live on their screens. This video explores that unraveling in detail, breaking down how Bondi's talking points were built on shaky ground, how her attempts to manipulate Congress exposed deeper cracks in the political system, and why her breakdown symbolized the broader collapse of a dishonest narrative. We revisit the events of January 6th, not just to retell history, but to remind ourselves that truth matters, that when democracy is attacked, the real crime is not on city streets but in the halls of power, where lies are dressed up as legal arguments. And that figures like Bondi cannot escape accountability simply by shouting louder or pointing fingers at others. We analyze the body language, the words left unsaid, the shifting expressions that revealed the tension between image and reality, showing you how, in real time, her defenses eroded, and how the power of facts, when wielded carefully by determined lawmakers, can dismantle even the most polished spin. Beyond Bondi, this story connects to the bigger picture of Trump's political strategy, a strategy built on creating enemies, magnifying fear, and rewriting narratives. And we ask, how long can such manipulation last when confronted by truth? Over the next 10 minutes, we will walk through the timeline of that day, the testimony that followed, the clashes in Congress that exposed contradictions, the brave voices that demanded accountability, and the lessons that must be carried forward if America is to prevent another January 6th. Because in the end, this isn't just a story about one person breaking down on Capitol Hill. It's about a system pushed to the edge, about the resilience of democratic institutions, and about the choice each generation must make between accepting manipulation or standing for truth. And by the time you finish this video, you will see clearly why Pam Bondi's breakdown was not just a personal moment of weakness, but a symbol of a much larger reckoning